another week and a half, we'll be able to get back on schedule and have 2 videos a week possibly. But for now, sorry, but school is taking up a lot of time. But yeah, enough of that. So that being said, let's get started. So today I'm going to be telling another life story, and this one is actually pretty crazy, and I was actually the culprit, if you know what I mean. So it was the end of school, okay? It was a Friday, I'm pretty sure. And so basically I was getting my backpack to leave school because, you know, it's a Friday. You gotta leave school and go have some fun, right? So, so you have to understand this part, that at school sometimes we, like, I guess you could say, steal each other's backpacks for fun. It's kind of weird, but you know, you like hide the other person's backpack. So then I came out of the classroom, okay, to get my backpack and to go home. And then I see one of my friends, we'll just call him Rob, okay? So Rob here, he's holding my backpack. I see him take it around the corner to hide it. And yeah, so once that happens, I'm like, hey, give it back. And you also have to understand that there are lots of people in a cluster, okay? So I am saying this so I don't get blamed as much later on, but there were lots of people in a cluster, okay? And I just thought that Rob had taken my backpack around the corner and hid it. And I know it's sounding lame so far, but just stick with me, okay? Because what I'm about to tell you next will be kind of weird. So in the huge cluster, I'm trying to get to Rob, like, hey, go get my backpack back. Okay, that was a really hard thing to say, go get my backpack back. But anyway, so there's another kid in front of me, another friend. We'll just call him Bob, okay? We have Bob and Rob. So Bob in front of me, he's just going to his backpack. And then there's a violin case on the ground, okay? I don't know whose violin case it was, but there was a violin case on the ground. And I tend to blame that violin case whenever the topic of this comes up. But anyway, so there's a violin case. Then Bob here, I was sort of leaning on him because Rob was right next to him. So I was leaning on Bob here, okay? Then Bob trips over the violin case. I don't know how this happened. He like lost his balance or whatever and tripped over the violin case. And because I was leaning on Bob, I also fell down because, you know, I was just leaning on him. And then here's the part. Here's the weird part that it's still kind of fuzzy, okay? So I like bumped into Rob, and then some of my like knee ended up drilling into his ankle area and knee. And I'm not kidding. If you ever talk to one of my friends, they'll probably see that I'm lying when I say this next part, but I literally couldn't get up. I honestly don't know why I couldn't get up. There's either something on top of me, my legs were in the wrong position, but I'm not kidding. I literally couldn't get up. So what I had to do, I had to like push myself backwards, and I like had to like roll around and stand up. And when I get up, I see that it's a mess. So Bob is okay. He's like dusting himself off and stuff. And then everyone sees Rob here. He's like on the ground and he is in some major pain. And the title of this video is how I almost broke somebody's leg. And this is the part where I was sure his leg was completely broken. And you know, in these types of situations, it's pretty awkward. You don't know what to do, whether to say like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? So I just did that. I know it's kind of dumb because it was obvious he's not okay, but I just said, are you okay? Are you okay? And I just kind of leaned down. Then the teacher comes out because it's the end of the day. She doesn't usually come out, but she sees this whole racket and she takes one look, and okay, this next part is kind of sad, but she tells me, shame on you, what did you do to him? And I just stood there, and then she sent me and Bob up to the office to get a wheelchair. And this was when I had seriously thought that I broke his leg. So we went and we got the wheelchair, and then literally Rob, he had to be stretchered. I mean, not stretchered. He went out of the school on a wheelchair, and oh my God, the way up to the office to get a wheelchair was just a disaster. It was raining, so we went to the office and said, we need a wheelchair. And the office ladies, they gave us like an ice pack and said, here, take this ice pack down. And then our class is on the entire other side of the school from the office, so we took the ice pack and we went back down. And the teacher was still with Rob, was still in a lot of pain, said, no, you need to get a wheelchair. Then we had to run all the way back up to the office in like this rain, and then actually go get a wheelchair and then come back with it. And I mean, this whole time of going back and forth, I was like, oh God, I will get sued. And the thing is, he actually did miss school the next day, but honestly, if you were there and you saw this happen, you would have thought that his leg was like shattered, like boom, bam. You guys know how Paul George completely shattered his leg?
Uniform, that is. Jericho is a little bit too fast for his own good. Nice contest, but a foul.
He was like boom, bam, and it was just honestly pretty sad. But yeah, that's about it for the video. I hope you all did enjoy. Hit that like button and subscribe for more if you want more of this type of videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.